He's got his hands up. We'll put it out the window. Valves open. Like mods.
118, sorry.
Don't say that.
Yeah,
Right, AK, tell us a little. Before we do that,
how's it going, man?
bro, tell us a little more. What's happening with the M3?
Yeah, so I bought this car stock about just over a year ago.
Right.
It's running stage 2 at the minute. BM3, so I've just done it myself on my phone. XHP stage 3 on the gearbox. Got some visual mods. I've got the split on there.
It's pretty rapid for what it is, and it doesn't sound. Actually, sounds not like a typical M3 because a lot of M3s you get are pretty raspy.
Exactly, yeah. So I've had a couple of mods done on the exhaust. Got a single mid pipe on it, VRSF. Got the cats out. I've had got the VRSF down pipe on it. I've had PCW mod the back box. So shout out to PCW. Milton Keynes.
I'll put all their links in my description, so it should be all right. But in terms of the M3, like I've said previously, like I'm not a fan of M3s, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not.
Yeah.
But this M3's actually kind of changed my mind a little bit. It's very, very, very mean. I mean, this M3 has such a presence. It's. But obviously, before we do that, I want to do a little mini sound test. But we'll do that probably somewhere else because I think here's too.
Idea. It's loud.
It's too, you know, too full of people. But so you've got it's tuned by boot mod.
Boot mod, yeah.
In terms of the gearbox, you said, was it tuned by GTS?
No, I've got the XHP stage 3.
XHP
I
stage
had the
3.
GT.
Oh yeah,
on it, but I prefer the XHP.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll go over that stuff later.
Yeah, no, fair enough. In terms of exterior, what's happening? Take us around the car.
So I've got the front splitter on it.
Yeah. It's quite nice actually.
Yeah, I've got the carbon cannons come in in a few days.
Oh, wicked. Oh, I thought it was already on there.
No. I've got the side skirts on it. I've got 15mm rear spacers, 12mm fronts.
Oh yeah, because you could use, you know what, when you're behind the car, you can actually see it pops out quite a bit. And I think that's what makes the car so mean, and it gives it such a better presence. In terms of what's happening in the back,
so I've got the M4CS lights on the rear.
Nice.
I've got a little kick-up spoiler on there.
Yep.
I think it's PSM style, if I'm right. I've got a PSM real carbon diffuser on there.
Yeah, I have to show people this actually. It is genuine real carbon. You can see it from the light at a certain reflection. It's actually not that bad.
Yeah, this one's a 4-piece. It actually goes underneath the car.
Yeah. Oh yeah, actually, let me show people that actually. Yeah, so it's the 4-piece, as you can see, guys, underneath, if you can see that.
Yeah, as for the exterior, that's about it. Just stock plus.
Alright, cool, perfect. We'll do a little sound test in a second, and then we'll go for a full drive, and then hopefully it should go from there. But in terms of the spec, you mentioned the spec. But before we do that, I wanna see the self-parking thing, because I'll be honest with you, I didn't know if it had that spec, so it'd be quite interesting to see.
I didn't even know you could get BMWs with self-park on it.
What we'll do is we'll go down there, we'll test the self-parking to see what's about, and then we'll go for a full drive and then go from there. Perfect. Guys, so we're going to test out the self-parking. So we've got a space here, and I'm just genuinely curious to see what it's like, because I'll be honest with you, I've never seen an M3 do self-parking before, so it's quite funny actually. All right, so here he comes. All right, cool. All right, cool. Let's get closer to him so we can see his hands on the steering wheel. Oh, okay. Oh, it's doing it, it's doing it, it's doing it, it's doing it. That's it, we're just gonna get you on camera. That's wicked. And after we'll get the people to rate the parking as well. So look, he's got his hands up. We'll put it out the window. Right, let's see if it. Oh, fair enough. I mean, it could have come slightly a bit more forward, but could have come a little bit more forward. It's, to be fair, it's not that bad. Like I said, it could have come a little bit more forward. It's just me being a little bit picky, but fair enough. Right, let's get on to the driving bit, have some fun, call it a day. So we just want to test the sound setting. So valves open, valves closed. Bloody hell, it's actually quite a big difference actually. Go on. That's valves closed. Valves open. One more. You ready? Yeah. Right guys, so we are obviously driving. Obviously first impressions, it does grip quite well because it is an LSD, something like, brother, I'm not used to it. So
Open diff life in the M140.
I'm telling you now, man, it is very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
So like, this is your daily, right?
Yeah, this is my daily. Literally drive it every day, drive it to work.
What's it like on MPG? Because obviously the reason why I want to get this car on video is because it's for mainly for myself. Because
Yeah.
obviously, like, it might be a potential upgrade for the M140i.
Yeah.
But in terms of like MPG, what's it like as a daily?
Yeah. So to be fair, I was telling you off camera,
Yeah.
I had an M140 before this stage 2, before the stock stage 2 there.
What was it doing then?
I was probably averaging about 23 in it. Because I'm never on the motorway as well. I'm just always
Okay,
local,
yeah, if it's
you know what
local,
I mean?
it's a little bit rubbish.
Yeah.
No,
On the motorway, I was getting like 40 or high 30s. But yeah, this is a lot juicier. I ain't gonna lie. People probably think the M140 is juicy, but you need to remember that's got a small fuel tank in it.
Yeah,
it's got the same fuel tank size as a 1186. 118, sorry.
Bruv, don't say that on
118.
camera.
It has.
Hey, you want people to know it's 116. Go on, let's hear it a little bit. You know what? Like I was saying earlier on camera, you get a lot of M3s, M4s. They're very raspy.
Yeah.
Very, very, extremely raspy, and that's why I'm not much of a fan of these cars. Until
Yeah.
today, I'm a little bit like, you know what?
Yeah, and I've done quite a few mods to this. You've got to get the single mid pipe to get rid of that rasp.
Okay.
So once I've done that, literally it got rid of that tinny sound. Because I don't like that.
Because I've
It's
noticed there's not a lot of drone either.
Yeah, no, but if you put it in eco, that's quite at stock. I showed you earlier, didn't I?
Let me make it spin out a little bit. Well, you need to come on. You need to impress me today. Come on.
Yeah, no, let's go.
You need to show me what the M3 is about if I'm going to buy one. Yeah, bro, I need to get an LSD. I'm telling you.
It grips, isn't it?
It does, you know what, it handles really, really well. In terms of the handling, like mods, fucking hell. It does pull, you know. Shit. Yeah, that pulls really nicely.
100.
I was expecting it to maybe spin out a little bit.
Yeah, it's gripping.
But look at the road conditions, but still, I was expecting a tiny bit. But
it was wheel spinning though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Yeah.
I think maybe because of the LSD, but no, I didn't notice.
It's hard to tell because it's got an LSD, so the wheel spin whilst you're going forward. It's harder to tell.
So in terms of the handling mods, what have you got?
So I'll be honest with you, handling wise it's completely stock. I've got a PowerFlex upgraded rear diff bush.
Okay.
I've got spacers on the car. I haven't really got any handling mods. These handle pretty well at the box.
I was going to say stock, yeah, they handle quite well, which I've been told anyway. Bloody hell, fair enough.
Yeah. The M140, anytime you took it to Mexico, and you go over 120, you'll know yourself. It starts wandering around the road.
Oh my god,
This don't do it at all. This is pretty.
When you're going at quite high speeds, do you feel like you're kind of? It feels like it's on a cloud. Do you feel is it quite light or does it get heavier?
It would wave around like this, yeah. Even if you're holding it dead straight, the car would start jumping all over the road.
It does sound quite nice actually. I ain't gonna lie to you. Even as a normal car, you wouldn't notice. It's so quiet.
Especially when I put it in eco. When I put it in eco, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but look.
It should do.
But that's eco. Look, you can't hit enough.
Bro, you wouldn't even notice. You would not even know this car's modified. It's so quiet.
That's what I'm saying.
It sounds stock.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Give the valve back over, nigga.
Huh?
Give the valve back
The brakes are really good. The brakes are really good.
I've got RTS brake pads on it, but
Okay.
I've stopped this.
Yeah, they're really good actually. I've been told the M3 brakes aren't all that, but
No, they're better than the M140 ones anyway.
oh yeah, because it's standard 1 series brakes, aren't they?
Let me tell you something. Take power out of the equation, so take traction out of the equation.
Yeah.
This handles so well, you know that.
No, 100%.
Look, it's so flat. It's really, do you know what I mean? It's really flat. If you do that in another car, it sort of wallows around and.
Yeah, I've noticed.
You know what I mean?
But maybe it's just the setup. It's you know what? You feel like you're planted to the ground.
Yeah.
For a rear-wheel drive car, bro, I'm like, you know, I'm actually really impressed.
If it was any colder though.
Yeah, if it was my car.
Little test runs and that.
And I've noticed when you put your foot down, it's not excessively loud. It's not excessively loud. What's the overruns like? When does it start?
So I've done boot mod. So so I can just do it off my phone. I can change it.
Yeah.
I've just got it on the OTS settings.
Okay.
So whatever that, you know.
When does it start overrunning? Was it past 3,000 RPM, 4,000 RPM?
Pretty much any time you take your foot off the accelerator. Let's do it now at 1.5. But you can't. You won't.
It's not that loud. Yeah. Is valves open?
Yeah. But
What's it? I do want to test one thing. That's not that bad. What's it like off the line?
off the line.
Yeah. I don't think it will struggle to launch. Just put your foot down, see if it launches. Yeah. I think this genuinely might be. Yeah. And I was going to say it did for a second.
Yeah, so
it's actually not that bad.
Yeah. I've had the GTS traction settings coded on it, so when it does slip in MDM mode,
right,
it will allow it to play more. Before it's quite intrusive. Now, you know, you can have some fun in it, but even in MDM, you feel it cut the power.
Yeah, I noticed there for a second.
Yeah.
That's actually, you know what? I'm quite impressed. I'm actually genuinely, like I said, I'm not a fan of the M3s. I never was before.
Yeah.
There was something about them, but I'm actually quite impressed. I like the fact that you've kept it subtle, but still OEM plus.
Yeah, well, bro, I'll let you drive this. get your thoughts out.
I'll try. I'll give it a go. Oh God. Yeah, you know what? I can get used to this. I can get used to this really easily.
Exactly, yeah.
I'll finish the vlog up with one last more. Go on. That was, yeah. I like. You know what? I changed my mind. All the people that cussed me out are not liking the M3. I like this. I genuinely, hands down, like it. I think I like the fact that you've done a really good job on it.
Yeah.
You haven't overdone it, which most people do. And the biggest thing for me was, bro, I'll be honest, that raspy, shitty noise they make. Oh,
it sounds
horrible.
good now. It's deep.
And that's what ruins the car. That's the only thing it really ruins the car.
For sure.
But we'll call that a short vlog. Like, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to smash the subscribe button. Of course, I'll put his Instagram in my bio for you guys, obviously, to follow him and stuff like that. Yeah, do you want to say? Do you want to outro and tell the camera?
Shout out to VDBS.
Yeah, give out all the shout outs and stuff.
Anyone that knows.